Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to the third and last part of our mini-series where me and Bhelock show you how to get to level 60 faster, richer, and safer. This last video will be about questing and leveling more safely. So without further ado, let's get right into it. If you are leveling alone, you want to avoid fighting more than 1 to 2 NPC at a time as much as possible, as fighting more than that can be fatal if you do not have an appropriate spec or set of gears. And if you are a caster, you are just gonna hate your life, as getting hit too often makes it pretty much impossible for you to cast any spells, and then you end up taking a lot of damage while dealing practically none in return. Melee classes have an easier time with this as they do not need to cast at all or not as much, but they still need to be careful.
In some cases, it is going to be inevitable though. You will face clusters of enemies, so you need to be ready to face more than one of them, as they will all come for you the moment you start attacking one of them. But if you run away until the ones that you haven't damaged get resetted, you can now fight only the one mob that you have damaged in a 1v1. But be careful though. Although he has a slightly bigger aggro range, do not run back too far as he can also reset. Once you see that you are now in combat with the one mob that you have pulled, run back the few yards towards the center of the aggro range to ensure that you are not on the edge.
That's a great advice. Before you go on your leveling journey out in Azeroth, it is critical that you know about the fleeing mechanic. So most humanoids will flee from you once they have reached about 10% of remaining health or so, and they will generally tend to go in the opposite direction that they were facing while attacking you. Therefore, to prevent a tsunami of murlocs from stomping you, it is therefore critical that you put yourself in between the mob that you want to kill and his possible companions, while making sure that your back is facing those that you don't want joining in the fight. Hey, what happened there?
I don't want to talk about it. Keep going.
Okay.
Wait! Haven't we talked about first aid already in our 2 previous videos? Don't you think they get it by now? I mean, they can't be lacking intellect that much.
I mean, you're right. But what should we do then?
Hold on, I got an idea.
Alright, so bandages are an easy and efficient way to heal yourself, but you need to note some particularities. Once a bandage is used, either on yourself or an ally, it applies a 1-minute debuff that prevents the receiver of the healing to be healed by other bandages. And the debuff is applied as soon as the bandage is used, so even if you get only 1 second worth of healing out of the full 6 or 8 second duration, it will still affect the target. So you always want to make sure that you use your bandages when you know that you will not get interrupted to get the full efficiency, as damage from any sources and CC, of course, will interrupt the channel. And in PvP, you want to be careful when using those, as the enemies will be on the lookout to attack you as soon as they see that you're using your bandages. And in PvE, they can be used safely and efficiently in between pulls or after a long CC if you do not have any dots on you.
Always carry at least 1 stack of the best possible food, and that's where cooking comes in handy, and have some consumables like scrolls, potions, elixirs, and etc. And use them! Don't just keep them in your bags! That way, you will be prepared to face tough situations, and therefore, you will reduce your chance to die, as dying can be frustrating and time-consuming, especially when you're the one having to run back.
Hey, don't look at me like this! And keep in mind that different buffs can all stack with one another, so that you can really bring your stats to the next level to help you complete difficult content. But don't forget that you will lose all of those buffs if you die, so do not go all out. Dragons! What? I mean, I know you have 2 rows of buffs, but they don't make you invincible.
There's for everybody!
Not that kind of party though.
Ah.
Yeah, no. But this is really something I wish I knew when I first started playing the game and not at level 50.
Heh, noob.
You can easily join the world chat by typing /join world, and that way you can look for party members to complete elite quests and other difficult content that would be impossible to complete on your own, and you can do so more easily, because you are not only limited to the chat of the region you are in, but you can reach players from all over Azeroth. And leveling with other players is going to make your journey a lot more safer and potentially a lot more faster, as you can leverage the skills from other players. While an NPC is focusing on your warrior, for example, you as a priest or a mage can cast without getting hit constantly.
Just be aware that trolls are not only on the Horde faction, so don't say I did not warn you.
Yes, and more importantly, do not feed those. That's already the end of this final video for our mini-series, and we hope that you have enjoyed the format and the information that we brought you. We also have many other ideas of content for this channel, so stay tuned for our other videos, as I am sure that you will appreciate them. And if ever you have any questions or suggestions, you can leave them down in the comment section. And that's it for us today, guys. Do you have any last words before we close out this video?
Oh my god, just finish it already. We'll be late to the end. I want to get in before the other humans do.
Alright. So until next time.
Have a good one.
And stay blessed.